Welcome to Booktopia TV. I'm John Purcell, and I'm here with Kate Atkinson, author of the extraordinary Life After Life. Welcome, Kate. You make history very human. Life After Life serves as a timely reminder of how recent basic rights for women are. Was that an intentional device, or was that intentional, or was that something that just happened through the creative process?
Well, it's a very interesting question. No, I think I write from sound ridiculous inside of women. So to me, it's just the way I'm writing is I know all of the history. I researched a lot of war history, but I never have to research the history of women. I know it on my pulses. But yes, it was. I think there are some passages in which it's very clear that things have changed enormously. I think, but in other ways, things are just the same. But I hadn't thought of it from that angle because I don't. I just presume I know all. I do actually. I presume I know all women from all ages, in all times. Isn't that bizarre?
Well, when I talk to younger women, one of the things that surprises me is how long they think they've had their rights. And how long,
yes,
yeah.
they have no idea. And you just go back in Britain to the Married Women's Property Act, something like 1870, something where that was it. Your fortune, your children, everything were immediately given up. And that's not that long ago in the greater run of things. But yes, I do look around and I think, I marched for you.
Well, the fiction is a great way of getting that across.
Yeah.
Then you make it human. It's part of the living, breathing part of that story. And so people are forced to consider those things.
I learnt most of my history from historical fiction. Everything I know about the Regency period comes from Georgette Heyer. But, I do think that's how you learn general knowledge and how you learn history is through novels.
Yeah. It's a very easy way of doing it, and a very pleasurable way
of doing it, yes.
Actually, this leads into the next question. When I was reading Life After Life, I was reminded of Echoing Grove by Rosamund Lehman and Death of a Heart by Elizabeth Bowen. What authors did you have in mind, or came to mind when you were writing certain scenes? Were there things like Ian Forster popping into your head? What sort of authors influenced the period, in a sense, in novel writing?
Well, Ian Forster I felt the ghost of Ian Forster on my back in Fox Corner in 1910, but otherwise, no one. I don't feel the influence of other authors like that. I mean, outside of the book, maybe, but no. When I was writing it, I was very much in my own world, I think, apart from Ian Forster.
Death plays a major part in Life After Life. Is that to remind people to live for the day, or is it just some macabre interest you have?
I have a very macabre imagination, it's true. I'm always being told off by my daughters, like, God, what are you watching that for? Or what are you reading that for? But I think, yes, I'm partly macabre, but also I don't think it's the job of an author to be didactic. So I don't think it's my job to remind anyone of anything. Whatever they get from a book, they get for themselves. I would hate to think that I was telling people anything.
Well, what I found interesting was that the deaths related to history as it went through, so that you sort of got a little by the way she died, it sort of lent itself to the time period.
It's true. I mean, the Spanish flu and the Blitz and well, I'll stop that because otherwise I'm giving it all away. But no, it's true. Actually, that's true. They're very embedded in their period.
Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Life After Life is available from booktopia.com.au right now.